as a recording of last week. One of them disappeared. Don't know where it went. But good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Schwitt, and I'm coming to you live from New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm flat out excited for you guys because if you've been looking for a way to get in control of one, your happiness, your freedom, your finances, then I'm really excited about what you're about to hear tonight. Because a little bit over, it's now been close to 3 years, a friend of mine had shared what this happy coffee was doing for him and his wife. And then I started watching, I saw another friend of mine, Shanna, and when she's telling me the story, she's like, Chris, I'm having a brunch at my house, and like, I just served everybody coffee. And she says within a half hour, you could just watch the dynamic of the whole room change. And it was just like lively and energetic, enthusiastic. And it was just amazing watching everyone's demeanor change over a 15 to 30 minute period. And no one had any idea what this coffee actually does for them. They just knew, hey, it's coffee, and they started drinking it. And what I can tell you is that when I heard that story, along with hearing Mark and Judy's story, and as at first going, happy coffee, like this sounds a little bit too good to be true that coffee could do this, so say I was skeptical is an understatement. But after hearing all the stories, what I came up with is worst case scenarios that stay the same. I need to try this stuff. And what I can tell you is I was in a place in my life that I was really at the lowest place that I'd ever been in. I got started in this amazing community marketing back when I was in my early 20s, back, over 20 years ago. And I was not a huge success right off the bat, by the way, guys. In fact, I was a horseshoer. I spent my day under a horse's butt, and then they showed me a way. I found another way that, like, wait, you mean I can make money working from home by sharing products with other people? Like, this sounds amazing. So guys, by 2001, I had a full-time income. By 2005, I was enjoying a six-figure income. I share that to share this. At the end of 2015, after having a six-figure income for quite some time, my life took a U-turn. I had a bone infection. I went from being absolutely super active, wake surfing, wakeboarding, doing mixed martial arts every day, like literally for hours a day, riding racehorses in the morning, breaking babies and all that other kind of stuff in the racehorse world, and then doing all the other stuff that I was doing to being bedridden. So to say my life took a U-turn is an understatement. Along with that, being stuck in bed for 4 months, having major inflammation, not having doctors understand or know what in the world's going on. They're like, oh, you just hurt yourself? And I'm like, I don't remember hurting myself. And literally we found out it was a bone infection. So over the next 2 years, I did all kinds of holistic, you name it, trying to get myself healthy again. Finally, they had to go in and take out all the screws from a previous surgery. That the infection, I was able to kill it in my body, but it would attach to the screw and then come back over and over and over for 2 years. In that process, our finances went from having money in the bank, savings, making a six-figure income, to basically not being able to pay my bills, going in the hole every single month after month after month for 2 years, till I found myself $40,000 in credit card debt, a $40,000 home equity line of credit I lived on that was mature. My credit score, 8 and down into the 5s. So I was literally at the lowest point of my life. Let me see, we have some unmuters here. Where is the mute button? Don't see the mute button. That's amazing. Hey guys, there we go, mute all. So literally went from the lowest point in my life, not being able to pay my bills, all this stuff, to basically, they shared a cup of coffee with me. And when I tried this stuff, guys, for the first time in 2 years, I felt normal again, where I felt like me again, because coming from a place of winning and then just don't understand why, I'm in this situation, couldn't understand why I couldn't make myself do certain things to basically get out of the hole. And I was digging myself out, but nowhere near as fast as I need to. I lost my dream boat that I bought in 2014. And we put down a quarter down on cash. We bought a $100,000 wakeboard boat. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon how screwed up my life was at the time when we got started here. And to think that literally doing something I was already doing, like drinking a cup of coffee, that I could put a scoop of this goodness in my cup and feel such a dramatic change, it sounded surreal. It sounded like really, like it just, I was skeptical. But what I can tell you, in 15 minutes, I felt like myself again. I felt absolutely amazing by simply drinking a cup of coffee. So with that, I'm starting to question, and I'm hearing all this stuff about, dopa something. I didn't even know how to pronounce all this stuff, but come to find out what happens when you drink this coffee and take this capsule with it, that what it does is bounces out your hormones to where your brain starts to naturally release these happy chemicals. Now, you might not be able to understand or like know what they mean or know how to spell them or even pronounce them like I was when I got started. But what I can tell you is that it's a good thing when your brain, by drinking a cup of coffee, starts releasing dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins. The way that it made me feel blew me away. So I didn't have to understand how it worked. All I knew is I was right-handed. I stirred this bad boy with my right hand. I drank it, and all of a sudden my life started to change. With that, we knew that we had something extremely special that people needed to hear about. And we put together a very simple format in order to be able to do that. So where basically other people get to realize like, wow, I want to be happy. And then number two, like, wow, I can do that too. So to show you how simple that is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on some other people and have them share, what has happened for them. So with that, we're going to start off with Corynne. Corynne, are you out there? Thought I just saw you.
I am. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful. So what has you excited about this happy coffee stuff?
So, little bit about me. I'm from Palm Desert, California. I'm a mama of 3. I have a 7, 4, and 2-year-old, wild bunch, and married. And, I found myself 10 months ago. I had a son who was going through tons of medical issues, testing, and all sorts of stuff that just was dragging me down and really hard to deal with. I also had a 2-year-old and, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old attached to my hip through all this. And I lost myself. I was overwhelmed. I was exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally. And I'm a do-it-all kind of person, and I wasn't doing anything. And my friend reached out to me and said, hey, some of the girls at the salon are drinking this happy coffee. I know you've been super tired and you got a lot on your plate. Have you tried it? And I'm like, coffee? That makes me happy? Like, I need it now. And I called my friend Shanice and I said, hey, I need to try this. I put the kids in the car. I drove to the salon. I had a little cup of ice water in the car. I didn't want to wait. I dumped it in the water. I drank it as fast as I could. And by the time I got home, I felt like a Christmas tree. I was like lit up. I was playing with the kids. I was doing the laundry. I was cleaning the house. I was laughing. I was smiling. I was dancing around, just having a blast. And I called Shanice back and I said, everybody needs to know about this. I mean, this is so stinking simple. Like, I love coffee. I'm drinking 10 cups a day, and I can drink 1 and feel amazing and be there for my children. And so I just started sharing, and I never stopped. And 2 months later, about 2 months later, Christmas hit, and I covered Christmas for our family of 5, no credit cards. A couple months later, I covered the house payment without touching my husband's income. And ever since then, I've been able to consistently do that and save for vacations. We just planned a trip. We're going to rent an RV, take a trip up the California coast, all paid for. And I've never been able to do that on top of still managing a full household. So I'm nobody different. I've never done direct sales before. I was the number one skeptic. And if I can do it and run a household, I mean, I literally drink the coffee and I share my story with tons of other mamas, and it's crazy what's happened here. So if you're here tonight, you're in the right place, because this place is awesome.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. So now we're going to go over to Paula. Paula Ruppert, are you out there? Paula? Sorry. Not sure if she's having a problem muting or not. Let's go over to Carla Coleman.
Hello. Thank you, Chris.
Hello.
Hope everyone's having a great night. And I'm coming to you live from Long Beach, California. As you can probably tell from the country twang, I am not from California. I am from Kentucky, born and raised, and I have 3 adult children that are amazing, and they're all on this call tonight from Florida and Kentucky. So shout out to Christian, Clay, and Carly. But I get very, very excited to share my story, and I'm going to take just a few minutes just to let you know that when I was introduced to this amazing product about almost 2 years ago, the funny story is I didn't like coffee. So I love to start with that. So guess what? If you're on here tonight and you don't like coffee, it's okay. My friend said, listen, I don't care what you do, but just get this in you. And she didn't know that I'm like this extrovert, strong red. And I'm like, first of all, don't tell me what to do, right? But I knew, here's the awesome part about it. You may be on this call tonight and no one may not know this because my children didn't know this. They didn't know that I was going through lots of things called unbalanced hormones, and all the women said amen that are above 40, and what comes with that, it's not fun. But I do know that God does know what you need, and he also will put the right people in your path, and that's what he did for me. So when I tried this product, the very first couple of days, what I noticed right off the bat was focus and clarity. And I had this energy, not like a high and then I hit a low, but it was just like an amazing energy to where I wasn't tired all the time. I wasn't in a good place. My emotions were everywhere. I was happy and sad and then mad, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It's all about balanced hormones, right? And I also was addicted to sugar. You don't have to raise your hand if this is you. But I was born and raised on Southern sweet tea, and I didn't have 1 glass a day, Chris, but I had like 8 glasses a day, okay? I'm pretty sure that's called an addiction. And what was happening, started taking dose. Like Chris said, it's just a simple cup of coffee. I take the Xanthamax every day, my little capsules. I won't leave home without them. And my taste buds started changing. I didn't even want sugar. It sounds so odd, but my kids are like, yep, she's right. Now I carry water everywhere instead of sweet tea. And I don't go through drive-thrus at Chick-fil-A and McDonald's to get tea every day, right? So I started feeling amazing. And on the 3rd day of having this product, I just looked up xanthohumol.com. Please do that and get back with who invited you here. I learned enough doing the research. I called Jenny and said, hey, listen, I'm joining the company. And I want everyone to know that I wasn't looking for an opportunity, but I do also know that you should always have a plan B, right? What is your plan B? And especially now, right? 2020 has been crazy different for everyone. And this opportunity has given me the ability to say yes more. Yes to, I can travel home to Kentucky to see my boys and my dad. Yes, I can travel to Florida to see my daughter. Yes, I can take us on that vacation, right? I so long to do that with my adult children. I want to take everybody to Hawaii one of these fun days. And being able to pay off debt. And I think someone already said that. And being able to pay cash for Christmas. That's such a beautiful thing to do, right? And I just want to say this. You know someone in your life that is hurting right now. Every one of us do. And I'm passionate about helping people, and number one, women. And I just can't get to them fast enough. So I'm just very thankful for the opportunity that I have here to have this plan B. And I always say this, I can't wait to fire my boss. Just so you know, I do dental sales by day, and I can't wait to be able to do nothing but Ellapreneurs. So I'm blessed to have the opportunity, and thank you, Chris.
Awesome. Thank you. So we're going to try Paula one more time. I see her on here, but I'm not sure if was able.
I got it now.
There you go. What's happening, Paula?
I'm learning.
Oh, good. I was about to unmute myself.
Okay. My name is Paula, and I've been using Elevate for about almost a year now. I met Carmela about a year ago, and I met her at a time when my life was pretty complicated, pretty interesting, and I was pretty exhausted. I'm the full-time caregiver for our son who was vaccine injured when he was 2 months and then was diagnosed with autism at 4. And he's going on 14. I've been married about 25 years. We have 3 kids, but being a full-time caregiver, I don't know how to really put that into words, how it affects you. It can be pretty depleting, especially when Western medical has nothing for you. They can't tell you what's wrong with your kid. He's sick all the time. I can't even begin to count the number of doctors that we've been to because vaccine injury is so misunderstood. And when I met Carmela, it was also an interesting part of my life because a series of events happened that offered me the opportunity to do some really deep healing from childhood trauma. I'm the survivor of some pretty severe child abuse and did a lot of work 25 years ago, but a series of events occurred that threw me into full-blown PTSD again. And that's why this product is so amazing, because I'm not where I was a year ago by any stretch of the imagination. And I came to this product with chronic pain from 2 back surgeries because I had pushed myself for so hard for so long that my body began to break down. I don't know if there is a single worst thing that I can think of than not being able to help your child when they're in pain. Honestly, it doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your soul. And I am so grateful to be here because I am that person who can push. But if I'm not good to myself, I'm not good for anybody. If I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of my family. And our family, you know, I've got 3 kids with anaphylaxis and 1 kid with autism, and my husband survived cancer, and I did 2 back surgeries. And this product helps me not just survive what happened, but thrive and change and transform. And I'm a crappy water drinker. So for me, I drink the lemon zest because then I get up every morning and I have, 12 ounces of water right away when I get up. I can have some of the coffee Elevate later in the day if I really need it. But it's changed everything. Because when you're in the midst of like full-blown PTSD and anxiety and depression, you want to change, the energy to change. Where am I going to get the wherewithal to figure out what needs to happen next? Where am I going to find, what I need to do for my family? And I didn't have the answers when I met Carmela. But the answer was to learn to take better care of myself. And I did that with this product. It's one of the tools that I have in my tool chest to know that I can have a good day. And for somebody like me who spends 24 hours a day caring for somebody else and having to learn how to, plan for the rest of his life beyond my life, it makes a difference. I can still have a bad day. I can still have bad days, but those bad days aren't the quality of my life. They are an appropriate response to some really difficult things. And then I know that I will have enough wherewithal the next day to get up and have a good day. There's not a price that you can pay for that, you know? And then I opened up to Carmela and told her about, you know, that I wanted to be part of this community because I heard about how she viewed the community. And I took a huge vulnerable step for me and opened up to her and said, you know what? I want in on spreading hope to other people. And I want in on other people's ability to find transformation. You know, I want to be a part of that. And nobody can do the work for you. But in a community of supportive people, there's nothing we can't do.
Wow.
So I really appreciate being here, more grateful and more gratitude in my heart than I have words to express. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And now we are going to go to Karlie Foster. Karlie, are you out there?
Hey, you guys. Wow, is that not just an incredible story? Like, I am honored to be in the midst of people like this who have such stories, so much heart. It's really powerful here. What we're doing is so powerful. We're helping so many people. So as you guys know, my name is Karlie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I am an entrepreneur. And the reason I'm telling you guys that is because I actually have been in the industry. I had been in the industry for 5.5 years when I found Willodson, but I was on my way out. So I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different spin than maybe what you were hearing before. But the truth is that, you know, I want you guys to understand how special this is. I believe in network marketing. I believe in the power of it. You see what we're doing here. You see that lives are being transformed, right? And, you know, network marketing is a space where you can get paid, and you can get paid well for not just bettering your life, but bettering the lives of people around you, whether that's through the product that you're promoting and that you're helping people with, or it's the community that you are developing, and the fact that we grow as individuals. I mean, part of network marketing is self-development, right? So I am very passionate in this industry when it's done right. But like I said, I was on the way out of the industry. And why is that? Because I hadn't found a place where it was done right. So like every place I was, there was some place that required a compromise in my integrity, my belief system, and that I was out of alignment. And I'm like, it doesn't exist. Like, I know that this can be amazing, but it does not exist that, you know, that I can see.
What are you doing?
But, you know, I got to this place where, you know, I still felt like I had that burning passion in my heart to see what could happen in this space. And so I knew that I wasn't done yet, that God wasn't done with me yet in this industry. So I decided that I was going to give it one more try. I was going to draw a line in the sand, right? I was not going to compromise what I knew to be important, but I was going to find that right place. And it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years. Well, you know what? I came across Willodson. I came across it, and they were saying things like simplicity and integrity, and no hoops to jump through to get paid, like all the right things, the things that I knew I needed, right? And so I did take a look at it. You know, I was a skeptic, but you know what? I mean, I think any of you guys that have been in the industry for a while, you understand that. You know, you come in this like, you know, I'm not sure that this is really going to be all they say it is, but you know, they were saying the right things, and my heart was leading me here. So I can tell you that because I saw that, one, they truly did act like they were running with integrity, and that two, they had this belief that it was really important that you take care of the brand new affiliate coming in, right? So like I said, I've been in the industry for a while. I've had wins in the industry, but one thing I've learned is that it is so incredibly important that they see the value of the brand new person coming into the industry. Who else was that, right? Like, I mean, we all start out in that place. So understanding the importance of that and seeing that I finally found a company that saw the value in that, those people, I mean, it's scary when you first get started, right? But this is the place where they understood the importance of that person. And so that was a very powerful thing for me. So it had my attention, you guys. It captivated my attention. But I needed to make sure the product worked, because guess what? I love the idea of selling opportunity, but when it comes down to it, if you're only selling opportunity, it's a house of cards. You need a solid product that people love and they want to purchase to actually create a long-standing business. So I knew that they had this happy coffee business, and I was a skeptic because I'm the girl that, you know, either has like no results or, you know, I mean, that's me. So I'm like, I'm going to try this stuff. I'm going to tell you right now that I had a few things going on at the time. One, I had a baby a year before and I was still holding on to postpartum weight. I don't know if a year later you can still call it that, but I needed to lose 20 pounds, right? So I was looking at it like, well, maybe this is going to help me lose weight. I doubt it, but I'm going to try it. I was actually going to write the company off as soon as I, if the product didn't work for me, right? And I wasn't thinking it would, right? I was a skeptic. But I was also in a really dark place, you guys. I am generally a happy person. I don't generally struggle with depression, but life experiences plus having a baby and all the things, you guys, I was in a dark place, and we're talking like crying every day. I felt very, very dark. I did not want to go hang out with my friends. I didn't want to leave my couch, you guys. I didn't want to do any other things. So it was, for me, it was one of those things where I had completely lost myself. And all of a sudden I take this product, right? Thinking, well, maybe I could lose a few pounds. Day 6, you guys, I felt like me started to come back. I started to see that girl that I had lost in depression. It started to pull me up out of this pit. And for the first time in a long time, I started to see light, right? And I knew at that point, we had a home run of a product, because if it was doing that for me, in 6 days, I was starting to regain myself again, get my mama mojo back again, right? Then you know what? I knew that this was going to have an incredible impact. So what happens when you take an incredible product with an incredible impact and you marry it with a company with integrity and a company that, has a comp plan that rewards people who are just coming in? You build an incredible, incredible legacy of a company, an incredible opportunity. I'm going to tell you right now that when I came in, I was not expecting amazing things to happen. I was tired. I was worn down in the industry, and I was like, okay, I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to do this thing. But because all of those things were working together synergistically, I was able to come in here and create life-changing wealth for my family. And we're talking be able to, retire my husband 5 months in. It's been an incredible experience, and the opportunity is here. So I want to honor your time, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish up, but I want to say one thing to all of you. Whether you've never had experience in the industry, or you've had failed experience in the industry, or you're like me and you've had wins in the industry, but you're exhausted with the industry, right? This is the place that you can come in and you can start to dream again. This is the place that it can happen, and it can happen with an integrity. This is the place where you can get your dream boards back out. You can remember that why, and you can go for big things. This is a safe place to dream. It's a great place to make it happen. And I am so honored that I get to be a part of this incredible movement that we have here. So Chris, thank you so much. And I'll go ahead and hand it back to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Guys, it's amazing. Just like me, when I got started, to think, can a product really do that? And hear all these stories and what it's doing. And how it's impacting so many people, with so many different things that we deal with in life, right? Of course, like any product, there's no miracle, fix all, heal all, cure everything type of deal. But what I love is the fact that you can do something you're already doing and then have it basically help you feel like you again, which is just the most amazing thing. So, as you're watching this, you have to ask yourself, one, am I ready to at least step out there and get in touch with my happiness? Because there's some people that are looking at this and going, you know what, I just want to feel normal again. I just want to be happy. And that's awesome. Hey, try the product, see what it does for you. And if you do feel like everyone else does, hey, that's awesome. And by the way, you're number one. If you just want to try the product, you're a number one. You might be allergic to extra money, or you're independently wealthy, or you're not open to doing a business, and that's cool too. Because there are other people that are. And this is what we found out. Most people are either telling people about the product and they're letting someone else get paid, or they're telling people about the product and they get paid. But you might be asking yourself, well, can I do this? Well, the question you have to ask yourself is, here's all the training you need to go out and create success in this business. Number one, you drink the product, you feel great, you're happy. Number one. Number two, you share your story. Well, how do you share your story? You're going to ask 2 questions. Question number 1, do you know anybody that drinks coffee or tea? And I'm sure if you're like me, I don't think you could ask people that and not have people go, well, of course, I know everybody drinks either coffee or tea, right? And then basically question number 2 is, have you heard about that happy coffee that everyone's been talking about, or that happy tea? If they say, I drink tea. And then from there, you just share a story. And what I love about the stories is that they're real. This isn't like, today there's supposedly a hurricane over here and like the news people are showing you, look at the moss in the tree, right? There's no hype. Like what you see is what you get. People feel amazing stuff and they want to share that with people, and you can feel that it's real. And then step 3 is connecting them to either a sample, connecting them to a 3-minute video, or connecting them to a Facebook group where they get to see all the stories and what it's doing for people. And then step 4, if people are asking questions, well, how does this work? How does that work? That's a great question. Boom. Get your people on this call on Wednesday night and let them get to hear the same stuff that you heard tonight. Let them get all their answers done by someone else other than you. So if you ask yourself, can I drink coffee? Can I share my story by asking 2 questions? Can I add somebody to a Facebook group? And can I put them on the phone or on a Zoom with other people and let them get all their questions answered from other people? If that's you and you think you could do that, which I believe everyone can, you're a number 2. So give the person, invite you on this call, and let them know if you're a number 1, you just want to be happy, or a number 2, if you want to be happy and make extra money. With that, I'm going to unmute everybody and say good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.